Well, today we got video number 4 of the weapon guide, and this one's going to go pretty quick, even though we have 4 non-S grade items. And you'll see why after the first one I go over. But first, we have somebody that wanted to be featured in the video, and that's our Capybara Go moderator, the English one, and that's going to be Pingu. So everybody give him a good shout out. Now, as I said in yesterday's video, if we're making a weapon guide, we got to go over every single weapon inside the game. So where these non-S grade ones can be boring, we still got to know how good they actually are. So today we're going to be going over the Giant Hammer, the Frostbite Spear, the Nomad Bow, and the Hawkeye Bow. So when it comes to the Giant Hammer, this is going to be a counter rate weapon. You see it up there in the basic abilities. And when we go down to our rare stat, we're going to be getting a global attack plus 10%. Now our counter damage inside our epic ability, that's going to give an additional 30% damage. And then our rage itself, pretty typical, 180% on hit. Now maybe I'm just having bad luck today, but I wasn't really having an easy time getting that counter rate in, kind of like I was getting the combos in the other weapons. And the other thing to keep in mind though is my attack is 344.7, but the skill I did grab was an increase to my basic attacks. So my regular hit is hitting for 430.9k, and when I finally go in and get a counter, that's where I'm hitting for 551.6k. Pretty much spot on for where 30% should be. Now when it comes time to using the rage, I'm hitting for 664,000. And we're not going to use that basic attack number, we're going to be using that 337 number and timesing that by 180%. And for every single one of these rage attack hits that I've had inside the game, it never really adds up to 180%. I actually have rage attack plus 3.5% my attributes, but it still seems like there's an extra 10% somewhere lurking in the shadows that's adding to that number on every single one of these. Now when it comes to using the Frostbite Spear inside the game, and the reason why I said this is going to be a quick video, because all the stats of this Frostbite Spear are the exact same as the Giant Hammer. The only thing that's really different is just the text of the rage saying that it's going to summon one icy spear. But I still felt like I had to go in and see what the numbers were, and we're hitting for 344.7k for our basic attack, pretty similar and close to the other one we just had. And now when we finally hit for that counter, we're hitting for that 465.4. Remember, we don't have the basic attack on this one, but still it's spot on with that 30%. And for the rage on this one, it's also going to be 180%, and we're once again hitting for 664. Moving on to the Nomad Bow, this one is going to be a crit rate weapon. You see it up there in the basic abilities. Once again, our rare stat's going to be a global attack plus 10%, and this one's going to have an epic stat of our crit damage is going to be an extra 30%. And the rage skill, spot on with the other ones of 180% damage. It really feels like there was just a lot of copying and pasting of these weapons after the first ones we ran into. Now they seem to kind of be repeating themselves. So going with our basic attack here, we're hitting for 371.8, and when we finally crit, we're hitting for 868.1k. And the big thing on this is if I go to my attributes, my actual crit damage is going to be 203.5%, and now we tack on that 30% to make it 233.5%, and this number is spot on. The rage is exactly similar to all the other ones at 180%. We're hitting at 718. Like I said, numbers a little bit skewed, but they all seem to line up with each other. And moving on to the Hawkeye Bow, once again, the stats of this one are the same as the Nomad one there. And I say this is going to be a quick video because of that, but the big deciding factor on this is when these weapons get to Mythic. That's when they're going to be kind of dissimilar from each other and actually have a choice to say, hey, I'm going to use this one versus that one. But this one we're hitting for 392 for our basic attack, and when it comes time to critting, we're now hitting for 915k. Once again, smack dab on where those numbers should be, and then our rage is hitting for 755k. So all kind of right how they should be inside the game. These things, are they anything spectacular? There's nothing that's really standing out to me for having them. Hey, like I said, we got to go through them all. So if you guys missed out on watching the weapon guide number 3, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.